Hi, Kim.
Hello. Hello.
Wow, you look so different.
I feel so different.
Kim Myers, where you live and when your birthday is.
I live in Grand Prairie, Alberta, and my birthday is April 15th.
April 15th. So you're a spiritual Aries. You have a strong sense of sense. I've been watching your journey for a while. Can you tell everybody where this started off for you?
Started back in February, took a class and changed my life because I could suddenly walk without pain in one day. So that was pretty cool.
How long had you been in pain?
It's been a long time, most of my life,
Right.
on and off, mostly on.
For those of you guys who want to look at this, you go to our wall, you'll see a picture of Kim before and after. We did a partner maneuver session. And you, in that partner maneuver session, it looks like you lost like 20 years.
Yeah, I did. And I feel like I lost 20 years just in general, not just in my face, but overall. I feel like I'm starting over.
What was the pains that you were dealing with for the most part?
I've always had pain from dislocating joints. I've lived in pain all my life, so I don't really know how to explain.
What do you notice is different in your life? Because we get a lot of people with Ehlers-Danlos. I mean, a lot. I actually see the diagnosis of EDS as not a disease, but actually as an increase in function in the body that the brain and the muscle skeletal system hasn't been able to reconcile.
Oh, I totally agree. I only found out that I had this condition called Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome 4 years ago, but I lived with it all of my life. And when I heard of it, it just explained to me what was happening, that my fascia was not working properly, I guess, or in the right state. And so then it was easy for me to say to myself, oh, I'm supposed to be flexible. But it took me a while to kind of get through all the layers of the pain I had for so long. But once I understood that Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, you don't have to be in pain forever. No one ever explained to me that if I just hydrated properly or moved, that it would help. Because every time I moved, I was in pain before.
What do you say has changed?
I used to be bedridden. Like I could not get off my bed or get off the couch. Maybe I did an hour a day total of standing up just to maybe do some dishes and some laundry and feel like I was contributing. Now I can't lay down. I lost so many years of not moving that all I want to do now is move. I'm 57 and I feel amazing. I've never felt this good, I don't think, in all my life.
That's pretty amazing. What were some of the things that you were dealing with?
I was diagnosed with hyperadrenergic POTS. In my sleep, when I would roll over, I would start sweating from every pore I had, just because I think that I was releasing, but not in any constructive way. It was just rolling over in bed. And so then when I started doing the maneuvers in a constructive form, then I would sweat. Then I realized that's what my body has been trying to do, but I couldn't.
With Ehlers-Danlos, there's hypermobilities and joints are always dislocating, right?
Well, I first dislocated my kneecaps when I was about 11. It would just be nightmares to have my kneecap literally on the other side of my leg. Sometimes it would stay there for a while. Sometimes I would have to push my leg back out and throw my kneecap back into place. My pelvis has dislocated, and lots of ribs and neck issues, ankles, every part of me that could move did. I was in pain always. It didn't seem to matter what I did. I was in pain.
Every time I think I understand fascia or the body, I learn something new. There's no such thing as fixed explanations. Like, we're in perpetual motion and we're in a perpetual learning state. What my theory is, there's different layers or functional layers of fascia. And the ones like fear, which is the most constricting to the bone, locks up so that the body it's trying to move in and out of positions, and that causes the bones to actually move in and out of position. That's where the subluxing comes. And when we integrate the fascia with the muscles, with the nervous system, then it just seems to blend and work.
Yeah, I feel so much calmer. Like, I went on a live with you back at the end of February, and there I was not calm. Like, my heart was racing all the time. Before all those dislocations, I would just be on edge. Every time I moved, my heart would just start racing because there was nothing. I was not aligned. I was not in place. And that's what I
Yeah.
feel like these years have gotten me more aligned.
For anybody who's dislocated a joint out here, imagine how shocking and jarring it is to your nervous system. Imagine doing that on a daily basis multiple times. What was it like coming to a retreat with a bunch of other people doing fascia maneuvers?
Well, just me going there was a big event for me because traveling alone, I don't know, remember the last time I have. And going there and meeting a bunch of people I've never met before was very scary for me. But I was determined to do it. I kind of felt like going into Hogwarts or something, you know? I didn't know where I was going. I just felt immediately like I belonged with everybody. And like immediately, it was really nice to just land and not have to really explain myself and just be me.
What I like about being around the Human Garage community is that people are okay with you, with me not being okay sometimes.
What I liked about that is everybody was going through their experiences, and I believe most of us felt safe just to be experiencing our emotions, whether they were the current emotions or old emotions brought up. I felt so safe with just expressing myself or being alone if I needed to be alone. But I always knew if I reached out, there'd be help just in a second. That was awesome.
You could just see you change like in a matter of minutes.
I felt like I got a lot of intervention when I first got there, and it was really uncomfortable for me just to walk in and have all this work done on me. But I obviously feel very blessed. Yeah, it was magical. I told my doctor this week that I no longer have POTS. I told her about Human Garage, and I only went to the doctor to tell her that I healed myself. So by the end of the appointment, she was writing humangarage.net down on her prescription pad, and her assistant was writing humangarage.net on her prescription pad.
So somebody who has EDS and they believe that they're stuck in this disease, what do you say to them?
Well, they're not. It's not a disease, that's for sure. Trust me. I wish I didn't have to go through what I went through to get here, but I know I had to. I never wanted to talk about my pain and my suffering, and I still don't. It's hard, but I think I'm no longer suffering.
Because pain comes and goes with my day, but suffering is the lack of willingness to acknowledge the pain and the messages. Because every pain has a message in it.
Back when I was suffering all the time, I kept saying, why me, why me, why me? And then when I said, why not me? I thought, oh, I see. It's up to me to get through this on my own with help, of course.
It's been quite the journey watching you. It's awesome to know that 9 months ago we talked on live, and here you are, completely different person. And I didn't do it. You did it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it, Kim.
Thank you. Bye-bye.